Salam, salam, salam alaikum. Salam, 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 salam alaikum. Chat. Welcome back to the Unlimited Randomness stream. I've missed you all on Twitch, on YouTube. Y'all, we've been on TikTok for the last Halalmaxxing stream. You can catch us up on there. We usually do more fun things. We did like a nice cooking challenge. You might see a few clips from there. And we made like a nice half moon. A nice half moon. Omega half moon. Super Saiyan half moon that we've done on TikTok. I tried to do those streams on YouTube, but it comes out a little bit bad. It comes out a little washed. I don't know why, but the birthday just struggles when we do streams like that on my phone. So streams like that, we will keep on TikTok, and we got a lot of love on TikTok. I'm not gonna lie. I got my first dono check. So I'm really appreciated on that. And I think it brought someone, because Real MDDS is not a follower I recognize. So they might be a follower that did carry over. So I appreciate you following whoever you are out there. Salam alaikum. Bismillah. Rahim. Ya Allah, please bless this stream. Chat, we are talking today. We are enriching ourselves with further, how would I say, awareness of what's happening in the world. This Halalmaxxing series, I'm trying to figure out where to go with this, but it's usually just things that relate my Islamic life and how I can show you how it influences me in my daily life, because I am someone that works in corporate and I very much am controlled by certain constraints, and a lot of the things that I deal with has to do with non-Muslim things. So I need something to center myself, and these streams is what I use to remember where I am, back to my roots, chat. So I hope I can transfer that onto you, and we can control ourselves, make ourselves enlightened in the process of just figuring out how the world sees Muslims and Islam in today's world. Because today's world is very crazy. Today's world, there's a lot of evil out there. So we need to rise above that shit. We need to not get or flustered about all of these things that we're being criticized for, especially when we know. And when I say we, I'm talking about all the Muslims out there. I see y'all. Assalamu alaikum. I hope you find this stream. I hope you do. And I want to get into a chat because recently there has been so much devastation around the name of Islam, and that is all, I wouldn't say natural, I would say it's manufactured. This is manufactured vilification of Islam. That is the title of the stream. So I want to show you just some recent examples of this and how you should not allow this to give yourself a bad image of Islam, because this is not what Islam is. Especially when I see on TikTok, there is a lot of people that tries to defame the words of Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, that is our Prophet Muhammad, and I would see a lot of criticism of him these days, and these are things that could easily be debunked, even by a simple Google. Shit, Google for the win. So yeah, I try to make things a little lighter on this side because I don't want to take things very seriously. That is why I will slime in a little joke or two. But this is a serious topic that I do want to express, and you can see in the background from the river to the sea, and my little bangle here, little watermelon bangle, y'all. Free Palestine every day, son. Free Palestine every day, son. And I say that because ever since this is brought into the mainstream media, it has exploded because Israel has taken a lot of, I would say, intervention into the media to control the narrative that Islam is bad. You know, Islam is this evil thing ever since the incident since 9/11, where we don't even know if it is Muslims that carried it out, because everyone now, since the Epstein list, since the new Epstein information came out, it seems like it was all an inside job, but news, the mainstream news won't express that. And that is why I'm here. This is why I might also have Zeta views, because it might even be YouTube. I'm gonna blame you, YouTube. You, YouTube. Bruh. I'm gonna blame you for not sharing the stream. But anyway, this is a live stream. If you are watching this, post live. If you are just watching the VOD, and we do crash out a little, we have a little bit of fun here, but let's get into the stream, y'all. Let's get into the stream. So yes, ever since all of this Free Palestine, recognizing Israel as a genocidal state, has been brought up to a max, has been escalating to an extent that I would never ever thought that I would ever see, you know, because I always thought that, oh, there will always be people in my life that you would stay away from Coca-Cola, stay away from KFC, stay away from McDonald's. And now you can actually see why people are saying that. You can actually see the reason for people wanting to boycott these companies, and because these companies fund or support in some way the Zionist entity, the genocidal state of Israel, that has been pushing this narrative that Islam is bad. And I wanted to show you a few things, examples of this. And one of these cases has been brought into the Western world, because we all know that this is where things kind of go mainstream. This is where media kind of pushes it out. And I realized how even weak their argument is, because we have something like this, right? This is in Times Square. This is a very public place. This is happening in New York, a very how do you say, highly tourist active area. And this type of demonstration, I don't even call it a demonstration, but it is a call to prayer, of a prayer that is done in mass. I'm trying to explain this in layman's terms. I'm trying to break it down so everyone can understand where I'm coming from. But this is a prayer that Muslims make on a daily basis, and in Ramadan, especially during the evening time, there will be a moment where it will be a elevated version of the prayer, where it goes a little longer. And this type of prayer is done every year. This is not a new thing, guys. because I see a lot of people being first. I mean, a lot of people's first impression is now all the bad vibes that Islam is now kind of being portrayed, and this type of prayer is done on a yearly basis. The media just doesn't cover it, but only now because it gets heckles, because there are all of these arguments and bad interpretations of our religion is being shown online. It has inflated all of this violence that they want to show in Islam, and they want to show that Islam is basically taking up your space. That is the message that they're trying to give out here. And here we can see that it is fairly peaceful during this prayer. We ain't bothering anyone. There's nothing bad happening here at all. Let me just see if I can make this a little louder. But we have a lot of people on the side talking a lot of bullshit. Why do you have to do this? This is not necessary. You look like a foreigner too. When I hear your accent, you don't even sound like you're from America, bro. This is not needed. God bless Marco Rubio?
Brother,
What the? I think I'm trying to remember all of the names, because there's a lot of names in the politics sphere, especially in these days. And I think Marco Rubio is the American embassy in Israel. And I guess this is their message. This is like, God bless you. And I'm just like,
brother,
this is gross. We ain't bothering anyone. And then I heard as well where they, how do you say, exaggerated a lot of the banners and TVs. What do you call these? It's like, I don't know what you call all of these screens to have very graphic content while you are doing this play to basically distract you. And it's really evil shit. Like, you will not see Muslim people do this to anyone practicing their religion. And you can also see it is a lot of Muslim people, a lot of Muslim men. So it's not like an isolated incident. Yeah, this is what I wanted to show you. So it gets a little hectic.
That's who he is.
It gets a little gross.
You don't respect women. You believe in Sharia law. Do you believe in Sharia law?
Do you believe in Sharia law? Okay, this is not the platform to have a conversation like this.
That's right, walk away. Because you believe in Sharia law. You believe in Sharia law.
Oh my god. Dude, all the worst people are coming out of the fucking labyrinth. They're coming out of their dungeons. Usually they wouldn't say shit, but because it is Muslims, but because it is Islam, such a beautiful religion, they feel somehow attacked, that their American values, guys, whatever the fuck that is. Whatever that is being infringed upon. Dude, it's so dope. It's like they're doing it for the clip though. It's so gross. So yeah, there was a lot of news about this specific thing that I saw on social media. Look, I'm in South Africa, guys. In a usual instance, I wouldn't give two shit, but because I see that it's my people and it's things that kind of impacts the world, guys. I don't mean to inflate it and give it such importance, but to just demonstrate your religion, your faith is something that anyone can do. But now because it's Islam, now because Islam is shown in such a bad faith to everyone all over the social media, all these propaganda incentives is being sent to all of these social media activists to promote their message and show how bad Islam is. And I just think that's so hypocritical, because if it was reverse shit,
just normal people, it's just practicing our religion.
It's just normal
and,
people. Exactly.
We're a peaceful religion, and we're here to share New York Times Square with everybody. We were invited here tonight to come and talk about and just break the barriers and just
bring
break
some
barriers
culture,
about hijab
guys.
in New York. So I'm here with everyone.
Open your mind a little.
Women try on hijab. And just to explain to them and let them feel that just wearing a headscarf is not something that's different. It's just, a sign of your devotion to God. It's also a time to connect with the community and connect with other Muslims and even non-Muslims, just to get together as a humankind and just share a meal or break fast together.
So I'm just disappointed that there is a lot of people where they just being very forbarig. They're being very forward, and you get a lot. Look at you will get me on the one side where I'm like trying to at least stand up and show you that okay, things are not that bad, trying to de-escalate things. But then you get people like this, contemplated like this, where you say behind the line, where it says NYC. Look, let's listen to the title, okay? New York City on fire and protests erupt as Islam takes over Times Square. This is not what's happening, guys. This is...
Oh, don't scare them, brothers. Relax. They're over here on purpose to be like, oh my God. Who's seen those videos where they're like, oh my God, the Muslims are taking over New York City? You seen those? You seen those? Let them know that we are taking over New York City.
I almost feel bad for people in New York City. I almost feel bad for people in New York City who are kind of stuck there.
Yeah, so look at this guy, right? This guy doesn't go out in New York City in Times Square and shout out Islam on a daily basis, but because it is Ramadan, you feel that connection with your religion.
Hiding. We're done. We're done being.
And it's also the fact that we're being put down so many times that you have to feel like you're being heard. You have to feel like if they aren't going to listen, then I'm gonna make you listen. It doesn't have to be like that, chat, but that's where it's at. That's how bad things are at the moment.
Tortured and hurt and judged. This is the correct religion. This is the religion that all of humanity needs to be upon, of Islam. And we will not stop until it enters every home. So I want you to repeat after me. I want to hear it in every single district. It should tremble. Brooklyn should hear it. The Bronx should hear it. Queens should hear it. Say it as if the Ummah depends on this, my brothers and sisters. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. Muhammadan Rasulullah. There is no God worthy of worship except Allah, the God of Jesus, the God of Moses, the God of Abraham, and the God of the last and final prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Yeah, so remember, New York City's mayor is also Muslim. So they feel as if we are taking over, but if you look at the bigger scale of things, we only have this month, guys. And I remember, if I can see there are any other examples, but New York City has fallen. Come on, what the fuck is this? Okay, so there is. So what happened afterwards? And I'm trying to look for the clip because this was one day, right? One day where they showed how beautiful Islam is. And then right afterwards, let me just see if I can show. Right afterwards, and then the night that, so afterwards and then the night that followed, they started partying on Times Square. They started doing mad things. And I'm trying to see the clip for that. I wish I found it. Let me just see if I can find it quickly. Let me see here quickly. Paste. Okay, so it's not there. Okay, you're gonna have to take my word for it. You're gonna have to take my word for it, Jen. But basically, there was a whole lot of loud gatherings, parties. It looked like a festival, and they basically wanted to show that you cannot play here. You cannot come to our section. You cannot come to this area and play and just try and be peaceful about it. But instead, they want to instigate you. They want to take it further. And another example of this chat, this is a very much not close by. This is very much international, over the borders type of example. But in a recent example, very close to home, and it is something that has actually broken my heart a little bit. There has been a murder of one of our Muslim leaders in, I forgot where is the place called, but this is the guy that got murdered right after he stepped out of the mosque, and then they shot him. Absolutely brutal, guys. It says here, religious leader gunned down, Maulana Mustaqim Wanza, in Mitchell's Plain. Thank you. A Muslim leader was shot in Mitchell's Plain shortly after the first night of Ramadan. Authorities have not yet confirmed the circumstances surrounding the incident. And it is, I don't even want to show you more pictures, but 8 times you have to shoot someone that just came from a peaceful moment, just started this beautiful month of Ramadan, where you try and let go of all of the things that basically keep you down, that keeps you anchored, that keeps you away from your God. And you kind of decompress in this month, and now you don't even get the chance to do that shit. Someone steals that from you. And I think it's totally disgusting. I hope they find this guy. And this Muslim leader, I wish the best for his family. It's very, very sad. And I hope that they find justice, because violence like this cannot go on. Absolutely sad, chat. And on the flip side, I know we've talked about a lot of bad examples. There is so many to talk about, even in Palestine, where Israel keeps on showing how bad and disgusting Islam is, and all of the values that Islam stands for, to show you that bombing them, that killing millions of children is fine. And instead building a hotel there, sleeping and having fun with a pedophile on an island is instead what is accepted in today's world.
Brother,
It's disgusting, chat. It really is. So on the flip side, always remember that Islam, it really takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of faith to follow. So there's no one in Islam that's in it for the vibes, chat. You're in it for yourself, and it's truly what freedom feels like, because there's no one that can project it onto you. You need to take that step and kind of realize for yourself what you need, because Islam can really open up your eyes. But we won't get into that. I'm not here to project my religion onto anyone. I'm just here to show you that it is not what the media makes it out to be, and give you examples of what Islam actually looks like. And then I don't know whoever is keeping up with the Olympics. The Olympics is a big deal recently. This is the Winter Olympics. It's a little late here on our side chat, and I want to show you this is what Islam looks like. This is Muslims in Milan take fast as Ramadan coincides with the Winter Olympics. With the Muslims in Milan break fast as Ramadan coincides with Winter Olympics. Thank you, chat. I think this is a beautiful thing, because this is in Italy and it is a very westernized country. This Olympics is also very much something that is brought about around, or is funded by Western ideals. So to show representation in Olympics and to show how it is not just one type of person, but many types of people that takes part. It is all around the world. And part of that segment of people that is involved is Muslims.
The call to prayer echoes through Al-Wahid Mosque in Milan. It's sunset, and during Ramadan, that sound marks the moment that Muslims can break their fast. As the Winter Olympics bring thousands of visitors
Not carrying bombs, shit. Carrying dates. Come on.
to the city,
Wake up.
this mosque has opened its doors to share the evening meal with the community.
The Olympics is probably a symbolic moment because there is the occasion to struggle in good terms as a sport discipline, and rather than fight each other. And
we
of
go,
course, we
Chad.
had also persons coming from Islamic background or Islamic countries.
Ramadan is the 9th month of the Islamic lunar calendar and one of the 5 pillars of Islam. For 29 or 30 days, adult Muslims who are able to abstain from food and drink from dawn until sunset. The fast ends each evening at Maghrib prayer, traditionally with dates and water to more than 2 million Muslims, including a large community in Lombardy. The fast ends each evening at Maghrib prayer, traditionally with dates and water,
I love Maghrib
followed
prayer,
by
bro.
a shared meal known as iftar.
Maghrib prayer,
Many
my
also
goat.
return later
That's
for
the best
extended
prayer.
nightly prayers called Tarawih. Italy is home to more than 2 million Muslims, including
W
a large
Maghrib.
community in Lombardy.
Ramadan is special for all Muslims because it is a time of special blessings, not only for us who are fasting, but also because we get to share the mercy and also generosity of God with other people also who are not Muslims.
With Olympic competition continuing across northern Italy, evenings here follow a different schedule, one set by the lunar calendar and observed day after day through.
Chad, I'm not here, like I said, I'm not here to project my religion onto you. I don't want you to look at this stream and decide, okay, I need to become a Muslim now. That is not my goal. My goal here is to show you that Islam is a kind religion, and I want to do that as you are watching me. I want to display that, and you can see Islam through my eyes, how I see it, and maybe you will have some connection to it. Remember, Islam is the biggest growing religion in the world, chat. In the world. And it is not stopping anytime soon, no matter how many people try to turn it into a villain, turn it into evil. It just doesn't work because people have friends, family in their lives that are Muslim, that has first primary source knowledge, primary experience to how Muslim people treat each other. And whether you're Christian, whether you're Jewish, it is always with respect, chat. But if you keep on squeezing, I don't mean you. If the media keeps on squeezing us, putting us into this little box, chat, putting us closer and closer into something that we are not, then we are going to need to be heard. And that is going to take certain measures, chat. And I'm not talking about violence, but you are going to hear us. That is just through time, what is the word that I'm looking for? How liberation works. So take care of yourselves. To end off, chat, I hope this stream wasn't too heavy. I'll try and have a lighter stream tomorrow, but I did want to show you some real world examples of how quickly things can switch. And there's even worse ones. I didn't even show you the worst ones, but just remember, treat everyone with respect. Make sure that someone doesn't victimize you, someone doesn't vilify you. Stand up for yourself, chat. You also deserve respect, whoever you are, okay? So take care of yourself. Salam alaikum. Enjoy the rest of Ramadan. It is almost the end of February. It is March. This year is going super quickly, so I don't recommend that you waste any moments and try and make the most of every day, chat. Live every day like it's your last, okay? Chat. I know I can even be bad at that sometimes. It is quite hot on outside. It can get a little exhausting. But that is why I'm here, clicking 10 p.m. at night, speaking to whoever is listening. So take care of yourself, chat. Bye-bye. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. I'm out, y'all. I'm out, y'all. I'm out, y'all.